Ah, bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. I thought I'd say something different this morning. So, bonjour to you all. Okay, there we go. So, I hope you're all well and keeping well and busy and being creative and yeah, just being. Right, let me have a look and let's see if we can find anyone to talk to today. There we go. So, there we go. I've sent the request ready there, which is great. So hopefully no problems at all. No glasses today. I've got a different look. And there we go. Just see the top of your head.
Oh, sorry.
There we go. Just down a bit. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely.
Is that better?
That's better. I love it sometimes when it's sort of at a different angle or whatever, but it's all about learning. So please introduce yourself and tell us what you make and sell.
Okay, thank you. So I'm Sarah Allen, and my business is called Written on My Heart, and I make and sell hand sewn and embroidered textile items, such as cushions, pictures, drawer sachets, all sorts of things.
Sorry, I'm just waving at my postman. Sorry. In the window. Sorry about that. They're like looking at me waving, which is just funny. Sorry. All the times I've done this, I was saying this morning, he's a bit late this morning, and there he is. So lovely, lovely postman. Sorry. So why did you set up your business, and how did you come up with your business name?
Okay, so I set up my business, I guess, over the years, really, particularly since I've had my children. My kind of interest and love of sewing and textiles has grown. And it got to the point, really, where I was making more than we could keep. I could give away to friends and family. So I decided to do a few fairs and see if other people liked it. And luckily they did. And so I set up the business. Selling at fairs and initially sort of didn't do too many, but it's grown over the years. The business name, well, it took me ages to think of it. I can remember we were sitting in Pizza Express with my husband and two sons and discussing a name for the business, and anything that I thought I liked had already gone, and I just couldn't think of anything. And then at the time I was making quite a lot of cushions with hearts on, with sayings and words, and I just thought, Written on My Heart. And then my mum always sewed, and I grew up kind of helping her at the dining room table. She made clothes, which I don't make, but I'm sure that my love of sewing comes from her, so I kind of feel like it is written on my heart. So that's where the name came from.
I tell you, it could have been a lot worse. It could have been Four Seasons or something, couldn't it? It could have been a pizza name.
It could. It could have been anything.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was in Pizza Express, and my pizza came, and there we go. Which is great. There's all stories, but that's why I really wanted to find out some of the names. When I was doing the first 10 at 10, I never asked that question, and I think it was Parkgate Pottery. She ordered something, and I realised that she lives on Parkgate Road, so that's why she's called Park.
Okay.
There are some other ones where, why are you called that? So maybe the ones that we haven't, we'll go back to. I think it's quite a nice thing to sort of find out, isn't it? So yeah. So
it is, and
yeah.
I know, I was just going to say there's some really good names, and sometimes you hear a name and you think, oh, I wish I'd thought of that.
Yeah,
that was
exactly.
good.
And as yesterday, as Ellie Jane was saying, that then finding the name and then having it then on, trying to find the right thing on Instagram and then on, Facebook and Twitter, whatever. And then sometimes, I know with, Dapper and Suave, there's Dapper and then it's underscore for Twitter and whatever, because somebody else has got the name. Because if you have to be very careful when you put Dapper Suave. If you put Dapper and Suave, it's some guy that's got his top off and whatever, and that's not us. So whereabouts are you based, and where is your workspace?
I'm based in Farnham, Surrey, not a million miles from Dorking, and my workspace, I'm very lucky. We've got a sort of brick-built garage, and it's kind of in the garden, and my husband's partitioned a bit off. So yeah, I'm in there in the garden. I couldn't do this 10 at 10 out there because the Wi-Fi is not great, but I love it. It's my happy place. I've got everything I need out there, and I love it. Yes, I'm very lucky.
Cool. It's as well, workspace. Also, I think we've said before, we've got our shed that we've redone, and it's actually called the Happy Place. It's actually got a little sign on there, and it's got all of like the gardening bits in it, but we can sit in there. I've often, when the weather gets better, you know, I was thinking about doing some 10 at 10s from there, but then you've got the people start mowing the lawn or the children start banging on their trampolines, so not very good. But it's really good to have that happy place, isn't it? It's very.
It is.
It's very
it is. It's lovely.
So have you a favourite item to create? Let's get my tongue around that. Create, and why?
No, not really. I've seen others say on this, and I think it is so true that it's often the last item that you've made. You know, I get really excited about a new thing and think, oh, this is going to be amazing. This is going to be the best thing. And sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. So I haven't really, but I think if I had to say something, I would like the sort of personalised items I do and the commissions, because it just means so much when somebody likes something or likes your work enough to kind of trust you to. So I don't know if you can see this because it's quite big. You might be able to see bits of it.
Okay, yeah.
So this is a family tree cushion that I do that is personalised.
Yeah.
So, and there's a little verse at the end. I mean, the verse that I've chosen says, family, like branches on a tree, we all grow in different directions, yet our roots remain as one. Each of our lives will always be a special part of the other. And then all the leaves have names of the family members on it. And they're really special. And I've done lots of those for kind of really special things, so sort of grandma's 100th, and I've also done sadly ones for families where they've lost family members, but they've really wanted them on there. So I guess those personalised items. Also, another one is two women sitting on a beach, and this says about friends. And again, I've had people want particular sayings that mean something to them about friends. So I think, probably the customised things are my favourite if I had to choose.
Yeah, I think it is, isn't it? I think when we were talking before, there's certain things that you make and you make more of them, but you actually enjoy the process of having something that's unique. It's a one-off. You're on that journey as well with them, aren't you? When, you know, of what you're making.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
It's funny you saying that. A while ago, I remember when we first started with Dapper Suave, we'd get fabrics and all of that. And one time we were given some fabric and it was made into a pocket square and a bow tie, and then it was carried on. So the person who gave it to us, we made a lapel, and then the brother had a pocket square. But it was just lovely that lovely corduroy skirt that she had, which was beautiful material, was then able to carry on and be, you know, it was her favourite. You know, I felt quite kind of savage ripping it, you know, making it into other things.
I know.
It then lived on.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, it then lived
on. Yeah. And it's special to that person because it is a memory for them of something.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Exactly. So, have you been working on anything new this year at all? Obviously, any new sayings, or obviously what's been going on in the last year? No sweary ones.
Yeah. No sweary ones. Well, I'm always working on something new. I've always got an idea and thinking, oh, you know, I could do that, and some work out and some don't. I have, the main thing actually is not being really for my business. So I've got two boys who are grown up now, so they're not going to want this at all. But I'd seen a few ideas about creating a sort of memory of this last year, really, and what it's meant to us. And so I've made a couple of things so that my idea is that the boys will each have a sort of something I created to pass down as an heirloom, really, which will kind of be a memory. So one was just a kind of a project that I did online with other people, and then the one that I've just done is an embroidery. It's with the language of flowers, so flowers that represent different sort of feelings and thoughts through lockdown, like simple things and separation from others, absent friends, that sort of thing. And then I've sewn that together. So that's been working on that for myself. But for my business, I've tried to be quite strict because I'm doing open studios, Artists Open Studios in June.
Wow.
And I've got a lot of unfinished stuff. So I've tried to be strict to say, before I start anything new, I need to get this stuff finished for open studios.
Oh, no, thank you as well, because with regards to the open studios, that is something that I will be looking to promote as well, because there are a few people in June who are unable to attend the event. So I'm going to be, getting some information for. So you've got the likes of Pottery à la carte, you've got Parquet Pottery, you've got Thimble and Thrift and her sister Ancestry Heads and Seal Randall. So I'm going to be talking, because I think why it's great is, as that's happening before, people can go along to that or come to ours, obviously buy your tickets for our event in June and then come and see you. So it's kind of, you're not there at the event, but you also are. So please, I'll be in contact with you about that, so I can share that before as well. So especially I'd hate somebody to go, well, I'm part of that and I didn't know. So if anyone is doing it that I haven't mentioned, who's part of our curated group, please let me know so I can shout out about you. So that's something excellent. Cool.
Oh, that'd be brilliant.
No, it's really good. And hopefully what I might do is I might come along, and because that's the week before, so I might pop along and see you.
We would love to see you. Please do.
It's really fun, actually, because at the moment we have got things in the diary. On Saturday we're off to Farnham Maltings, where we'll get to see Caroline Thompson. We get to see Kelly from My New Fave, and we get to see Anthony from Bad Slam Metal. Anyone else, if you're doing that, let me know. I will come and say hello to you. And then on Sunday, we've got the Dorking Artisan Market, which is back. So that's really exciting. So we're going to go along and see them. I had a meeting yesterday with Charlotte from the Artisan Market. Usually their events coincide with us, so we always work together to promote each other. They did a lovely article that went out the other day about the new market, and also about Curated, which is really nice. Community, not competition. It's all about working together.
Definitely.
There's something for everyone. So have you an ethos? We have an ethos, which you all know is about being friendly, creative and unique. Have you got an ethos or saying that obviously when you're sewing, is there one of those that sticks out at you that you kind of think, that's my kind of saying?
Am I allowed two?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've got two, really.
You like.
So my one for my sewing is sewing soothes the soul. Because for me it really does. I kind of joke that sewing is my therapy, but actually it's not really a joke. I love it. It is my relaxation. It's my absolute passion. And I think that shows through in your work if you love what you do. So for me, definitely sewing soothes the soul. But in life, if you can be in a world where you can be anything, be kind. Kindness is really important to me. So I guess that might be my kind of ethos for life, really.
Definitely, be kind. And it's so, I think talking to all of the new people on these 10 at 10s, and also before, something that's been has really stuck out as well is about, things for your mental well-being. And actually, if you can sew or do your art or do whatever it is, you're putting your products together, things like that. It's really good as well. And I think there's a lot of people in the last year. If they hadn't had that, they might have gone, God, and we've been very lucky to have that output where we can, really concentrate on doing these events and also being Dapper and Suave and creating. And some people think, lost their jobs. What have they got? And it's we are very lucky, I think, very lucky.
I absolutely agree. And I often say I feel so lucky that I have got this. Because some people don't. It is, they haven't found their thing. And I don't know what I'd do without my sewing.
Yeah, exactly. And also with your workshops, which I think is even, I keep saying I'm going to, get some workshops going and go to, but how great is that to sit around in a group when we're allowed to and we can do it, and as well, how nice just to, if you've never sewn or never used a sewing machine before, like we hadn't, we learned how to do it. And it's like anything is possible. You might, you might make a
Absolutely.
mistake, you might break a needle, you might do this, you curse and swear at it, but you get back on it and you make something and you go, wow, I've made that, and it's a great
Yeah,
satisfy, yeah. So I'm sure
yeah,
that the workshops are going to be really popular, which is great. So
yeah,
what would you say
yeah.
are your goals and dreams for this year?
I guess really nothing kind of major, just really looking forward to connecting again with friends and family, being able to hug people
Yeah,
again, and yeah, and hug my family. Really looking forward to seeing customers and stallholders, other stallholders in the flesh, being able to chat to people, and just being able to carry on doing what I do. I'm very fortunate that my day job, I find it very rewarding, and then I have my business as well, which I absolutely love. So just to
sure.
do more of the same, really.
Exactly. So who is your support network?
I have a brilliant family and
Yeah,
friends. My husband is amazing. He very often you'll find him bringing me to fairs, helping me set up,
yeah,
coming and collecting me. So he's brilliant, and you know, he'll help out in any way he can. And my boys are my IT team,
yeah.
absolutely amazing, both of them. So I'm definitely a
That's
technophobe.
brilliant.
Um, so I'm constantly saying, "Oh, how do you do this?" or "How do you do that?" My youngest actually pretty much did all the legwork for setting up my Etsy shop.
Ah,
Um, and my eldest, I can always rely on for an honest opinion.
yep.
So they are very much my support network, and my friends are great as well. And oh, typical, phone's ringing. Just ignore that. um,
They're ringing saying, I'm really good on this. Get off the phone and come
um,
and watch Sarah on this. Yeah, that's what they should be
yeah,
saying.
stop ringing me. Isn't it
Oh, they
typical? I
can't talk
turn the
this.
work phone
Yeah.
off.
Oh,
Yeah, and my friends are great. They often come and visit me at fairs, and very supportive.
yeah.
So yeah,
And I like what you're saying there as well about, you're sort of like technophobe about, about Instagram, things like that, but getting your sons and that to do it also, isn't it? That they're learning new skills, setting up an Etsy shop and all of that is mind-boggling,
yes,
isn't it? It's another ball game. So, they're probably really, it's something that they, I actually know how to do that, and set up a website is a skill
yeah.
in itself, isn't it?
And to me, it's just completely daunting. Whereas if they can start me off and show me, then I'm usually okay.
Yeah. I'll get you on my workshop that I'm obviously sorting out at the moment, but oh my god, there's so much. I was just trying to sort of rein it down, so because at the moment there's so much information. I just need to like make it fun, and so all that information
Oh,
people will learn. Which
I definitely
yeah,
want to do that. You mentioned that before.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I am, I am a bit of a dinosaur. I don't use social media to the full advantage, I know. So I need to come on your workshop,
yeah.
Jason.
We actually found something yesterday, and I'm not telling anyone until they do the workshop. It's a really cool little thing, and Rob found it yesterday.
Okay.
Oh, just really something really cool that that other people aren't doing. So the people that are
Oh,
joining it, they'll
okay.
know about it, and then later on we'll tell them. But they're not going to do just yet.
Okay.
So what events are you doing this year then? Obviously you're not doing June because you're at the Surrey Open Art Studios. There we go. That's a mouthful.
That's right. It is. So I am doing the October date, and very pleased to be doing the December date with you at Dorking.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And that was because originally that we had somebody else who was down to do December, and they do textiles and things like you, and then they actually have a job that working at the weekend, so unable to do it, and that's when I called you to say, this textile person, and that's how it works. If somebody in that category then drops out, then we look there. So at the moment I've got loads of people contacting, wanting to do the events, even just before I came to here, and I keep saying we are full for all the events, and there is that kind of, if anyone does drop out, but I think that people aren't at the moment, they just want it, don't they, which is really good. So so that would be good to see you in, and as well, you know, it'll be quite good when you're doing the open studios, because you can let people know that you will be at the events, and then if anyone is sort of saying,
Yeah.
well, what about doing this saying or that saying, or you know, or whatever,
Yeah.
so that'll be good for you. So yeah, so why did you choose to work with us?
So I had seen Fee Fraser from Thimble and Thrift.
Yes.
Saying on Instagram, "Oh, I'm doing this event."
Yeah.
So I just kind of looked into you a bit more, and we chatted. And I really like your ethos. I really like the curated, how much you care, how much you are hand picking your stall holders.
Yeah.
I'm sure we've probably all been to fairs where you kind of walk in, and either from the minute you walk in, just by looking around, oh, this isn't really right, or you're put next to somebody who's making very similar things, and the two of you are right next to each other.
Yeah.
So I really like the fact, as you've just been saying, that you make sure that you've got a good mix, that you've not got, too many textile people or too many of that. And you kind of not interview in a formal way, but you do interview your stall holders. So you really know what you've got, and I really like that idea. And Fee said you're absolutely lovely.
Oh,
so
bless her. Yeah, and I'd say the whole, I think as well, because with all the brand new people, I have interviewed on the phone, and I sit there with a reel of questions. Something that I used to do as French Connection, somebody send in their CV, I'd call them up, ask them a few questions, which would just be sometimes the most funniest when you say to them, who's our competitor at French Connection? And they'd say, Primark. And you go, what? But also with doing that helped me to make sure that you're right. I had somebody the other day, so, it was almost, well, we're full, but why don't you come along? And also as well, then they're not following us on Instagram and whatever. So how do you know about us? Well, you can't just say, I want to do that event. You have to want to be part of it. As we were speaking in this week, it's a little kind of a family, a network, a group of people. But there are people that need to, that they know what it's about, and they know what my kind of vision is for bringing this into the 21st century. And at the moment, going to all these different events, it's really horrible, because also I am going as a customer, but also as a critique, to sort of go, well, I don't want to be that, and that's really, I don't want to be that person, but I need to do it to learn. And that's where I would usually go and see people at the events and have a chat with them, look at their stall, and or give, and then that's when I would then have them on board. So that the whole interviewing thing has really helped me to make sure that you are right and you get what we're about, which is important, I think. So yes,
absolutely,
exactly. Right. So it's really sad, because obviously at the moment we're coming to an end. There's only 4 more right up to the bank holiday Monday. And then exciting Tuesday, I could go and have my hair cut. I need about this much taken off. It's the first I've had it down for ages. I'm like, that actually looks quite cool. Anyway, so we're back tomorrow with Charlotte Stockley studio. So she will be in her pottery workshop. So that's why we've got her tomorrow, because she's there on a Friday, so we can have a little nose around as well.
Lovely.
Back with her tomorrow. I would say Sarah's details, this will go out onto Instagram, as it does onto Instagram, onto Facebook, excuse me, sorry. And then it'll go on to our YouTube channel. So that is found on our blog In Conversation. So all of them are there. I know that there's people that are going through them, watching them, catching up on them. I spoke to Fee. I need to watch some. And also, if it's a business that's similar to you, then watch those videos, because it's really nice to inspire what other people are doing as well, isn't it? So fantastic.
Yeah,
really,
definitely.
really, really great to speak to you today.
And you, thank you.
Thank you. And
I'm just so relieved the technology worked for me.
Does. It's really good. Yeah. And like I say, we'll send the details about June, and we'll promote that, and I will come along and see you before, because obviously it is before the event, so we can just pop along one afternoon and have a cup of tea, and you can show me what
that would be lovely.
That'd be lovely. Put the kettle on, we're on our way.
Great.
All right, take care. Great to speak to you. All right. Bye.
Thanks, James. Bye. Bye.